Welcome back to the Nerdcore Podcast. Podcast reviews movies and talks about nerd shit. This is episode 477, and we are 23 episodes away from episode 500. Wonder what we'll be talking about on episode 500. I guess we'll just have to wait to get there. But as always, it is the nerds you're gonna hear to host the show alongside wonderful co-host Brad Young Yoda. What's up?
What's up, everyone? Sorry, my dogs are fighting in the background.
Yeah, we can see that actually. That's funny. What the heck?
This is how they play, apparently. Don't knock over anything.
Yeah,
Especially
don't make
me.
any noise.
Hey, this is why I don't let y'all up here.
That's
Crazy.
just a great time. Red's like, oh, I love this right when I go live.
Yep. Like they were like one was sleeping under the desk right when we go live. Like the other one runs up the stairs and wants to fight.
Yeah. Well, I bet what if Daryl was alive, he'd just be chilling in the corner, right? Just like
Yeah, Daryl be laying down sleeping. He wouldn't give a fuck.
yeah. Oh, we miss you every day, Daryl.
Every day.
But what's up, man? How you doing? What you been up to today? You know, work,
Yeah.
right?
Just work.
Yeah.
Work. I think I was in like 6 meetings today or some shit.
Jesus Christ, that was only a one.
So many meetings. I'm
Damn,
tired.
bro. Yeah.
I just want to come home and play Elden Ring and be frustrated.
I thought you said you wouldn't want to play Elden Ring.
Well, I got into it, and then I
Yeah.
figured out as long as you don't go east, like it's okay. Just don't go east. Go south and north, but don't go east. And then like it's a pretty fun game if you do that. Reminds me kind of like The Witcher 3. Like it's very open world.
Mhm.
The bosses are a little tougher, so you basically just gotta level up.
So, what's it called? I think eventually you're gonna need to go east. No.
Eventually,
Yeah.
I will have to traverse east, but
Yeah.
hopefully I will be big and buff at like level 200 and something.
Yeah. I've been vicariously playing the game through Luis as I've been watching his streams and what's it called watching him play.
I've been liking some of his TikToks. Been laughing at it.
Yeah, that's funny.
You should have seen this one. Like this bear appeared out of nowhere, like big giant fucking bear,
Yeah.
like out of the ground, and like fucking beat my ass. I'm just like,
Yep.
why? That was just a nice, peaceful, sunny hill, and you put a bear under it. Hello, Kylie.
The stream continues as person who shows up. Only six. Hi Brad. Hi me. Hi Bradley. Hi Kylie. We like to see you. Good to see you today. But of course, we are here to talk about.
Did you just say we'd like to secede to you? What?
I don't know. Yeah. Oh me.
Madam President.
Yeah. Madam President. Yeah. I don't work, so it's called. I took today. I was a productive day. I filled out before I leave's IMDb page. I put up a post because we just got selected for our first film festival. So it's called. I made a post on Instagram and did that. And also what's it called? I had a meeting with Alex about our next film. So we're working on stuff, but
Ready to go.
It's been productive. Yeah.
That's all you can hope for sometimes.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But very, very happy with at least some good news when it comes to the festival run for before I leave. Just getting closer and closer to making sure we can release that film for everybody to see it. So, yeah, I'm
Also,
excited.
RB3 won an award.
Yeah. Congrats to RB3. Not only did the timestamp win Best Afrofuturism Film, but it also won Best Director for him and Kate Huseby. So congrats, RB3. That's incredible at the Miami Shorts Film Festival. Yeah. So it's just amazing job. Well deserved. I mean, it's called. I can't wait for that movie to be out because I think that movie's so good, and I know that when it's finally out publicly, we can get RB3 on here to talk with him because that movie's so good, man. Such a good movie. But yeah, man. Just we're here to talk about After Yang. We have like 2 weeks of weeks that we can just take some movies to catch up on.
Just watch what we want.
Watch a review, yeah. So we'll see what we get to in the next couple of days. But today I said, hey, let's go ahead and talk about this film because I said, Brad, I watched it at Sundance and I loved it, and I've been dying to talk about it. And I was like, Brad, I think we can talk about it in March because it's getting released on the 4th. So lo and behold, we're waiting until the the 21st to talk about it. But it's all good. We finally were able to watch. Brad was finally able to watch it, so we'll get to talk about that. But of course, before any of that goes down, let me see what Kylie's saying here. Kylie says, "Brad, we missed you this weekend." Yeah, man, I missed
Yeah,
Brad.
I apologize. I was making pizzas for family, and I was kind of sick on Sunday, so
Yeah,
I wasn't like sick. I just didn't. I was tired. I didn't feel that great. So
yeah, it's all good. Aiden and I did High Flyer Radio on Saturday, so that was fun. So at least we got to do that. But you
when's
know,
our next pay per view?
WrestleMania,
When's WrestleMania?
April some.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless we want to do Stand and Deliver, an NXT Stand and Deliver. I think that's like in 2 weeks. But yeah. Either way, what's it called? Before we get into any of this, if you do care about spoilers, then you want to get out of here if you haven't watched the film. But if you don't care about spoilers and you have watched the film, then this is your chance to get out of here or be spoiled. Beware. You've been warned. And this is your one and only spoiler warning, and it is in effect in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
He 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 he.
Yeah. Yeah. I only have like 2 sentences to read, which is kind of sad, but yeah, I guess sometimes you that's all you can get, right, Brett?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
After
Sometimes
Yang,
that's it. Sometimes there ain't not enough filler. This ain't
yeah,
Naruto.
yeah.
This ain't Dragon Ball Z. This is the
After
Nerdcore.
Yang, this is after Yang. um, Brad saying his secret of Aiden ducking like him duck goose.
Oh, we'll get the goose. We will
Yeah,
get the goose.
we'll get the goose. After Yang is a 2021 American science fiction drama film written, directed, and edited by Kogonada. It stars Colin Farrell, Jodie Turner Smith, Justin H. Min, Malia Emma, and I'm going to butcher the hell out of that.
I
I'm
don't
not,
even know if you
yeah,
should attempt.
no, I'm not going to attempt that name. I full respects
Malia
to the,
Emma T.
yeah,
Last name T. Because
full respects to the
yeah,
person who worked on this film, which I think I know who this person was. What's it called? Great job in the film. I'm not going to butcher your name. That's incredibly disrespectful for me to do that. And I do it enough to the Russians and the other Eastern
everyone
European names.
else.
Yeah. And Haley Lou Richardson. The plot follows a family's attempts to repair their unresponsive robotic child. The film had its world premiere at the Cannes Film Festival on July 8th, 1991. No, June 8th, 2021. And was released on March 4th, 2022 by A24 and Showtime. It received generally positive reviews from critics. That's yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's everything. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. They'll have a fucking whole thing on Sonic 2, but have 2 sentences on A24
Paragraphs,
films.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I just want to say Malia Emma, what's it called incredible, what's it called great, one of my favorite, like, what's it called, child actresses in this role, like, you know just fantastic. But yeah, Stacy, what's it called, guy says Colin Farrell, aka the Penguin. Yes, that Colin Farrell. Spoilers: the movie isn't about former WWE star Jimmy Wang. Yeah. Oh my god,
Colin Farrell
unfortunately.
has range.
Seen up names, yeah. The day he gets the name right, we all in trouble. Yeah, yeah. But
It's been replaced by a cyborg.
yeah, yeah. Don't ever put Polish names in front of me. I'm never gonna say those.
There's a lot of K's
Yeah,
and no vowels.
no doubts. But Brad, do you want to go first?
I'll let you go first. Let's see.
Okay.
Have you go first.
All right. So this is my second favorite of the movie. Second favorite movie. Second favorite of the movie. This is my second favorite movie of the year so far. It truly, like, at Sundance, this film really, found its way to blow me away. Like, just the way it kind of maneuvers and it handles its, like, really, like, introspective themes of existentialism and all that. But, like, really what drew me so into this film is that production design, man. I mean, this movie has some of the most beautiful sets I've ever seen, and just, like, also cinematography wise, just fantastically shot. And yeah, I love this film. I think Colin Farrell is also really good in this movie. Like, I this movie came out the same time as Batman. So if anybody actually got to watch this back to back from Batman, like, you were in
Colin
for a
Farrell
treat.
got range.
Yeah, because freaking Colin Farrell just does a great job in
I
both
think I
movies.
think we forgot that over the years because Colin Farrell did do some pretty shitty movies back to back there for a
Yeah,
while.
yeah,
But
he
Colin
did.
Farrell can act. Like
Yeah,
we know that.
fuck yeah, he can, man. And like he's had some stinkers, but like
Yeah, but so has most every
yeah,
actor
so
ever.
as most people, bro. So like, nobody is what's it called immune of that, right?
No, especially when it
No.
comes to pay. Like I'll pay you $100 million to be in this shitty film. Okay.
Okay, I mean sometimes you need a freaking check, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
but
go back to doing indies now. Bye.
yeah. What did you think about After Yang, Brad?
This was a very, very enjoyable movie. You're right. The production design on this draws you
Mm-hmm.
in, and it's probably the most realistic, futuristic
Mm-hmm.
look to a film I've seen in a long time or ever. I could actually see this being like in 2135 or whatever the hell they're like, whatever year they're at, and I'm dead. Let's just put it that way.
Let's be brutally honest
Yeah,
here.
we're all dead by the time like this time frame is happening. But this movie is gorgeous, and it definitely it goes into a lot of ideals and thoughts that make you think like you know what is the part of life that's worth living. And Yang, I don't know, he's an android or a cyborg. He's
They're
he's
referred to as techno sapiens, Brad.
techno sapiens, and just the little bits and cuts that he has, it's like he's gained humanity. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's literally he's going out, he has a family, and then not only that, but he's seeing someone, and it's just this was amazing film just through and through.
Yeah. I think just like, of course, the script is just written so beautifully. I mean, there's like, and I also just love the what's it called, the chemistry. Malaya Emma, bro. Like, just her wonderful what's it called relationship with in there with Colin Farrell and Jodie Turner Smith's characters, and I think that like the performances are so well, and like there's a way that Justin H. Min just is able to look at you through this film and you can just feel all that, man, and it's just so beautifully performed. And I really like that aspect of this movie because I think it's just so beautifully performed. And also I just noticed I never read the like what's it called the other stuff, but um of course cinematography is done by Benjamin Loeb. um Music is done by Asuka Matsumiya and Ryuichi Sakamoto. And of course it sits at an hour and 36 minutes, and it's made only $46,872, but like it's also on Showtime. So
Also, it's COVID times.
yeah,
Let's
yeah,
I don't and also A24 movies like
yeah.
th-
This
this to me was made to be an awards contender.
this is
That's
a
what
word circuit. Yeah,
that's what this
yeah,
movie to me is.
yeah.
Um, but it's definitely beautiful, and it's the whole aspect of just going into his memories, and you just
Oh,
getting these clips, and not
yeah.
only that, you get this hidden one that
Mhm.
opens up. Basically, Yang has been around forever.
Ever.
That's forever because it's like coming back into our time. So like hundreds of years or 100 years or something. Yang has been around for a long time because it just goes through generations of these other families.
Hmm.
And it's this movie is wild. That is what I got to say. This movie is wild in all aspects it is trying to show you.
Yeah, I love that moment where like our first moment where we really are introduced into basically the cloud. That's basically what it is. Where like all his memories are stored in what's it
And I,
called?
I think that's partially why he shut down is he just ran out of memory space.
Space. He ran out of space, bro. He said, you didn't pay your $1 a month for your 50 gigabytes on iCloud
Sorry.
and you shut down. But I also like just how like there's so many different people we meet who want to kind of help out, but everybody kind of has their reasons as to why they don't want to really help out.
Well,
Uh,
everybody's kind of got something in the back that they want from him. One wants to
mm,
prove there is a whole conspiracy of that these techno sapiens are just being used to monitor him. The museum just basically wants to put him up there, and in the end, we don't really know what was
mhm,
decided, but we kind of figure they just let Yang go. Like
Yeah.
that's they didn't put him in the museum, and I really do believe they let them study his memories because that was what was important. But this movie is also about death in a way,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
just getting over the loss and the
And really
grief.
appreciating them when they're here.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, appreciating them when they're here, and also just how what's called important memory is, and that's really what you've got left. When somebody passes, the only thing that we kind of have left are memories of them.
yeah,
And
and that's kind of all that's left on Earth because this shows this goes back in time, and it like the woman so I guess his first love was a woman who died in a car crash back during, I'm gonna say, like our time, so
yeah,
2030 probably in there,
yeah,
2040s. um and they go back to that tree and all her stuff that was there, like was killed by a drunk driver who apparently still existed during that time, so come
hmm,
on, Uber. um but yeah, that's and that's just gone, but his memories are still there, which is amazing. Like this, just going back and being transported to each time, and just what
yeah,
Yang felt and sensed, and how he wasn't just a machine.
hmm,
Like he had grown in humanity.
yeah. And then through that journey, also Colin Farrell's characters, you learning what it like means to be a dad, and being able to be there now for Mika, and
And Mika's character also is,
techno
she's
state. Yeah.
inspired by Yang, and
Hmm.
like she's taught really great lessons by Yang.
Yeah.
Like the tree branch,
Oh yeah.
that whole scene, that was like he is putting knowledge. He's a machine, or a techno sapien. He's not technically human, but he's imparting very, very great knowledge to, you know, this little girl who doesn't know if she belongs or not.
Yeah. And I just Luis is here. He says if we could see Gang's memory and if he had sex when we saw it, would it be considered this POV sex tape? No, man.
Way to go, Luis, ruining such a beautiful movie.
Yeah, and a great review, and a great review. But yeah, I mean, it's just and there's just those really tender moments, and that's why I feel like Malia Emma just has that great chemistry with everybody,
Yeah.
and like at the end, Mika is the one who's like, yeah, I'm gonna miss him, but I have these memories of him now, and like she even starts singing that song, and she's like, those are those fond memories that she has of Yang that she's gonna carry with her always.
Can I just say that Kyra has to be the most patient wife,
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah,
ever?
yeah.
Like, she literally tells this man, like, just fucking get him fixed. Like, that's all I want you to fucking do. And he's going on this whole, like,
Journey.
journey to discover, like, Yang. It's
Yeah.
just like,
Now, Brad, a complaint that I was seeing coming out of Sundance in abundance was like, oh, Jodie Turner Smith and Colin Farrell don't have chemistry. I completely disagree there. I think they both have
I,
great chemistry,
I
and they
mean, like, it's not like, what you're used to, like total like sexual, like goo goo gall eyes. These are grown adults who have been married for a while, is what I got, and
yeah,
they've gone through some hard shit from what I'm seeing, and living in a time that's probably not easy. He owns a tea shop, like
yeah.
that's not fucking easy. I literally Google tea crystals because of this movie, and they fucking exist.
Yeah,
And you have Karens in 2200, 2300 still. Like, oh, you don't, how are you a tea shop, you don't carry tea crystals? And Colin Farrell's just like, well, I could make you something. He's like, nah. Like,
nah,
nah.
nah.
Like, okay, Karen.
Nah.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah,
On her hoverboard, fucking douche.
yeah. And just God, there's just I think what's it called? I disagree with that because I think like they showcase a different type of couple. Like I think it's that type of couple like towards 20-30 years into the relationship where like carnal passion isn't really
No.
in a
I,
big
I mean,
importance to them
that's like
anymore.
7 to 10 years into the relationship. But you look over and you just feel like that's my soulmate. That's my kindred
Yeah,
spirit. Yeah, like you don't need to be all grabbing on the ass and shit for that.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
like over with in like the first 3 to 4 years. Like then it's
yeah.
just like, yeah, this is the person I want to come home to every day, and that's the feeling I got in this. So anybody who says they didn't have
Yeah.
chemistry, they're probably still grabbing ass. So
Hey, lucky you, right, Brent? But what's
like
it
I
called?
saw it, I could see it.
Yeah, yeah. But and that's why I was like, I disagree. I was like, this is a different type of couple, and I think people were kind of expecting like a, like a big like Hollywood, can't keep my hands off of you type of
That's not what
chemistry,
this
and I'm like,
movie is.
it's like that's not kind of what they're going for here.
This movie is not slow, and this movie is something different. This
Yeah,
movie this movie is very, how do I say, peaceful. It's like
yeah,
peaceful in a way, which makes sense because it's literally about death.
yeah. So yeah, I love this film. The only thing I can complain about that I found a complaint for, I was like, man, you introduced like this really interesting stuff about like, the techno sapiens kind of being involved in like some like like rebellious thing. And
Yeah, like
yeah,
somebody conspiracy,
yeah,
and what
like
it sounds like is like they had like the phone,
mm,
like say a cell phone, and it
mm,
basically just like it dots where your location is every so
yeah,
often. That's kind of what it sounded like, and then they got shit for it. The company did, so they took it out,
yeah,
and just this Yang's been around for so fucking long they missed it, and
yeah.
he'd been like refurbished like I don't know
Yeah.
forever.
I just That's just one thing I was like, oh, I wish you could have just, talked a little bit more about that. Like, gone into that just a tad bit more. But I mean, this movie is fantastic. I love this movie and
I think my only complaint. Sorry to cut you off there.
nah, you're good.
I think my only complaint with this is the ending is good to me, but like I wanted more. I just wanted to know kind of what happened to Yang, but at the same time, I think at the point of this movie is like they had to let Yang go, and
Great.
it kind of
Yeah.
leaves it off there.
Yeah. Yeah. Let him go. And like, he's going to become just another part of history. And it's like,
Yeah,
you'll be in the museum. And in a way, they'll be able to visit him and be able to, what's it called?
well, I don't even know if they wanted him in the museum. They might just want his memories.
Oh, okay. Then,
So
yeah.
they might go have his body, I guess, recycled.
Yeah. Well,
But
either way, I
that's what
mean,
I mean. Like it left it kind of on an uneven conclusion, which
yeah.
isn't like a horrible thing, but it would have been nice to know, like, did they
Hmm.
recycle Yang? Like,
Yeah.
is he just hanging up? And although it was totally funny because, um, the whole bodies exhibit they had in there,
Hmm.
China has the exact same thing with the human body.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, where it's like you can see the skeletons
Yeah.
and it's apparently they say it's like probably mostly prisoners that were executed. I don't know, but there is like a touring bodies exhibit just showing muscles, and
Mm.
so it was when I first saw that. That's kind of what it's based off of.
Yeah. Well, either way, what's it called? I think Kogonada does a great job here. I want to see more from Kogonada now. I think he has one more film before this that he made called Columbus with John M. Chu in it.
It's not
So,
about Columbus though, right?
not about Columbus. It's called,
Oh,
Columbus, but yeah.
okay.
Over here, we thought that this movie would be like a documentary about Edward Yang, right? But like,
I mean, I
I,
was like, after Yang, shit, okay.
I was like, oh, cool.
I feel
Finally,
really
something.
bad because Edward Yang didn't live that long, so I was like, hell
Yeah.
yeah, documentary about what Edward Yang like
Yeah.
his I
Yeah.
don't know. I liked what we got though.
Did you know though that this director he started out making video essays and then like the Criterion Collection commissioned him to make more for their films and he's a big like video
So
essayist
did he like
on
start on YouTube or some shit, just making video essays?
pretty much.
That's kind of dope.
Yeah.
And then go to
Yeah.
full fledged this, which is
Yeah.
spectacular. Like, good on him.
Yeah. So I'm very interested to watch Columbus and see what that's about. But yeah, he's just
I think it's about
definitely
1492.
not that Columbus,
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah, but
It's not.
I'm
It's not like Hachi Columbus is my hero. The very first lines out of
God
the fucking
no,
film.
God no, no. But yeah, I'm definitely interested. I want to see what more this director will make because I think he's just so competent and just he knows what the fuck he's doing here, man. He knows. But Brad, what are you gonna go ahead and give after Yang?
I really want to give it a perfect score. Someone give it a perfect score. 10 out of 10. Fuck it.
Yeah, yeah. I've
Fuck it.
been sitting at a 9.5 out of 10
That's
since
what I was
Sundance.
thinking too, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll give it a 0.5. Like
Yeah,
my only gripe is I didn't know what happened to Yang, but that's the whole fucking point. So I can't really
yeah.
don't have a gripe
It's
in this.
I don't really have a gripe in this. Yeah, I'm gonna stay at my 9.5. I've been sitting at a 9.5 since Sundance, and I think this film is wonderful, and I think that you all should watch it. So it's on Showtime right now. It's streaming on Showtime. If you
That's
can
where I
catch
watched
it,
it.
if you can catch it in the, in the,
I
in
forgot. I forgot
the
to. I forgot to delete the fucking thing.
yeah,
So I just have
yeah.
Showtime.
Now you have Showtime. Yeah, that's great, Brad. But you know what's it called? If you guys want to watch, it's on Showtime, please, guys. So go watch it, or you can watch it in the theater. Go watch it in the theater. I'm just excited for this film to finally get watched because when I watched it at Sundance, I was just blown away, and I'm really really happy that I had the chance to watch it at Sundance. So
Also, can
either
I have
way,
their house? I want their house.
oh man,
That's
yeah.
legit.
If that's what the houses in the future are gonna look like, I
Like
definitely want to be a homeowner.
put my identity into a fucking bot or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, definitely put me in. Yeah, and just the way that we got shots in that house is fantastic, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, guy says this movie sounds pretty good. Yeah,
Really
it's
excellent.
really relaxing movie too. Just like
Yeah, and
it's
at the same like generally when you think relaxing movie, you think slow. Like
yeah
it's gonna put you to sleep. That's not this. It's just the whole vibe is just chill.
yeah. That
And
24 frames in Curacao, where
I'm
that
just
literally
like,
is like, oh,
yeah.
this thing's way too relaxing. I'm gonna fall to bed. I'm gonna go to bed. But yeah, go watch it. Go watch it, guys. And of course, we want to thank you all so much for being in here with us while we did this live. If you were in chat and if you are listening on the podcast replay, we thank you so much for checking us out. Make sure you go ahead and leave a follow on the podcast platform that you're watching or leave us a 5-star review, please. It would really help us out. At 125 reviews, we get to submit this to Rotten Tomatoes and then,
And then we
be,
got to be on Rotten Tomatoes,
yeah.
causing havoc and mayhem.
Yep. Of course, we want to thank our Patreon supporters who support us on Patreon. Thank you so much. You guys do an incredible job there, and our producers and writers too. Our executive producer Shane. Where can they find him, Brad?
You follow our friend Shane at twitch.tv/XSRK or on Twitter at XSRK_. I don't have it in front of me, so I just had to go off memory. Or go buy something from the Suppy God at Prison City Vintage in Illinois.
Netflix, not that Netflix and chill. No. Yeah, go Prison City Vintage, Oakcrest, I think Oakcrest, Illinois. Go and check them out, guys. Thrift.io. You'll find all that information on Thrift.io on his Instagram. So go and check that out. The boy deserves all the love, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's been great seeing him on 3 occasions now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to squeeze in as much Shane time as I can before I have to get out of here.
I mean, that's the best opportunity.
Yeah. But
you should head up a vegan restaurant with him one day.
yeah, we'll see.
Maybe. I don't know.
Thank you to our writer.
I'd do it just to see.
Yeah. Thank you to our writer, Tony.
Hey, Tony.
Our real nerdy dad. Tony, you are holding on to too much power at this point. I don't even want to know.
This man's got like 20 movie choices.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna have to cap it at a certain point.
You say that until he's like all in.
Yeah. It's okay. We only have to wait until it happens. At Real Nerdy Dad on Twitter. Go and follow him. But of course, it's been a wonderful time. The next couple of days will be dark on here because we're going to be mostly on Patreon. On Wednesday, we're doing our Ghostbusters commentary to finally finish up that last poll, and then on Thursday we will be doing our Beethoven review for our mini pod listeners at the $2 tier, and of course the Ghostbusters is at the $2 tier as well. So go ahead and check that out, guys. But we'll be back on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for a live show. But in the meantime, next week we will announce the next theme month. But in the meantime, it has been a lot of fun. Brad, let's go ahead and send them out.
Right, Raul. Thank you, being host as always. Thank all those who joined us in chat today. You're all beautiful. All our listeners out there, all our Patreon supporters, we appreciate each and every one of you. And to end this episode, all I have to say is make memories. Young Yoda out.